There's another way to work with the timeline by using the right mouse button instead of the left. When you do that, Storyline gives you a quick menu of extra options. What shows up depends on whether you've selected an object or not. Let's try it without anything selected. When I right-click in an empty area of the timeline, a small menu appears. You'll see options like Create Cue Point at Playhead, Fit Timeline to Longest Object, and Reset Timeline to Default. Each one helps you manage timing a little differently. If I choose Create Cue Point at Playhead, Storyline drops a small marker right where the playhead sits. Think of a cue point as a bookmark in time, a spot you can come back to or use to trigger something specific, like an animation or an audio effect. Earlier, we talked about aligning objects to the playhead. That works, but if you move your timing later, you have to go back and nudge everything again. Cue points make that much easier. You can connect animations or triggers directly to the cue point itself, and if the timing changes later, you just move the cue point. Everything linked to it follows automatically. We'll look deeper at cue points when we get to the trigger panel later in this series. Another option is Fit Timeline to Longest Object. This one's handy when you've been editing for a while and your slide ends up longer than it needs to be. When you select it, Storyline checks every object on the timeline and adjusts the slide's length so it ends exactly where your longest object ends. It's a quick cleanup tool, perfect for trimming that extra space that can sneak in after recording narration or shifting visuals around. And if you ever want to start fresh, there's Reset Timeline to Default. That returns your slide to the original default length you set for your project, usually a few seconds, and pulls all your objects back within that range. It's a fast way to reset timing if you've been experimenting or want to rebuild the pacing from scratch.